I faded it out. There we go. Closing that. Don't need that. Close that. And let's bring you in with me, and I shall explain what's going on with our Kerbals. Hello everybody, I'm El Bristow, this is Ellitopia Gaming, welcome back to KSP Live. This will make for episode 7 of KSP Live Season 5. Thank you for all of you who have been watching and supporting the series so far. Last week we had a somewhat unsuccessful mission trying to ferry some tourists to the moon and to Minmus. We managed to deliver 3 tourists to the moon, whereby they didn't have any oxygen or food or battery power, and they died. And then the other passenger we took to Minmus, and they crashed. In fact, no, we took them to Minmus, and when they came back, they crashed because of the re-entry. So, yes, that was a somewhat unsuccessful mission. We lost a fair chunk of reputation on that one, although we did actually gain funds and gain science on the mission. So it was kind of a success, even though it was actually a failure. But there you go. That's Kerbal Space Program for you. We then moved on to an issue that we came up against with the next launch that we did, and we had a very strange engine fault which killed 2 Kerbals. However, I've discovered that was a bug, and we were experiencing some rather odd bugs. I've watched the footage back, and we've been charged 3 or 4 times for unlocking a part that we already had access to, because we were trying to unlock it, and that engine failure was not my fault. I don't know why that engine didn't fire. Suddenly it had no fuel. There was clearly something gone wrong with the shipbuilder or something. So I am putting the launch failure and the lost funds that we had down to game bugs. And in cases where the problems that we have are because of game bugs, we introduce Werner von Kerman's amazing time travel technology, whereby he has taken us back to the point before we launched that craft, and we have managed to recover Jelly Kerman and T. Harvey Kerman back to the ranks of our Kerbals, which is why down here you will see that there are only 4 flags. We still lost Valentina and Bleak Kerman because they died because of our own stupidity, but we have recovered Jelly and T. Harvey. Now we're going to have a look at the craft that we were going to take, because we still have the mission to do, and that is the Tourist Trapped 1, and it still says it contains locked or invalid parts, and I don't know what those locked or invalid parts are, because it doesn't contain any locked or invalid parts, because we've unlocked all the parts. So I'm not really too sure what it's going on about. However, this is the Tourist Trap 1 that we tried to launch last week and failed. And no, that's the Tourist Trap. Hold on, sorry, wrong one. The Excalibur. There we go. Was it the Excalibur? Yeah, I think it was, wasn't it? Hold on. There we go, that's more like it. Sorry, yes. So this is the Excalibur that we tried to launch last week and failed. This crashed quite horribly. And it crashed because one of the engines in the first stage didn't fire. And it suggested that it didn't have any fuel. But that's ridiculous, because all of these engines have fuel. So something clearly went wrong. Now, these engines here were the ones that failed. I think. But they are all attached correctly, and they all have fuel. Which is why we activated Werner von Kerman's time travel device and brought back the Kerbals that we lost and the funds that we lost, because it wasn't our fault. It wasn't our fault. It was a game-breaking bug. Yes, suggestion from the chat from Ming that maybe we should launch it with launch clamps. Fire the engines first, and then fire the launch clamps, so that we can see that all of those engines are firing. And then hopefully we will have a more successful launch. Go away notification from whatever that was that popped up on my screen. So let's get Jelly and T. Harvey back in the craft. And this is still the Excalibur 1, or the Excalibur. We didn't call it number 1 actually, it's just Excalibur. So they will be coming with us. Return or transmit data from at least 2 of the following experiments. Mystery goo observation from low orbit above the moon, irradiance scan from high orbit above the moon, solar particle analysis data from low orbit, and we need to go on an orbital spacewalk near the moon. Now, it has occurred to me that I haven't packed any batteries or solar panels or life support. So actually, it's a good job we didn't launch that mission last week, because it would not have got very far. Let's have a look. See, these are interesting. No, water, waste, life support. Life support, small container. Haven't used those yet. I don't know if we've unlocked the actual bits that... Oh yeah, we have. Look, there's... We haven't paid for them, but that's the things that they connect to. We haven't got any other... Have we got any other wedges of parts that go in them? I don't think we have. Oh, and there's my cat, perfectly on cue, asking to come in. He's normally not allowed in at this time of the evening, but he's going to scratch on the door if I don't let him in, so he can come in. There we go. Liquid fuel. Oh, okay. Liquid fuel and oxidizer tanks. If that's a liquid fuel tank, is there an oxidizer tank? Because actually we could use that, couldn't we? We've got fuel in that. Okay. Well, anyway, so we need a battery. So let's add a battery at least. And we'll add one of the ring batteries. Oops. There, like that. And we're going to need some solar panels. So let's add... we haven't got the unfolding solar panels yet. No. We've got those ones, or we've got the box sat ones. Let's use the box sat ones, I think. Like so. And... Okay, they've kind of gone inside, which I didn't want. There we go. Okay. So that's a couple of solar panels. Do we need any more? Might do actually, but we can live without any extras for the moment. So what are you telling us is that Jelly and T. Harvey should be dead, as they would have died without the bug. They shouldn't be dead because they wouldn't have died had it not been for the bug. That's what's that noise? Don't know. That was my cat making a racket. Yes, so Jelly and T. Harvey would not have died had it not been for the bug. I have looked back at the footage, I've watched the build, I've watched the fuel. Well, they had no life support. Yeah, okay, they probably would have died eventually. But we would have noticed that and hopefully brought them back before the life support ran out. You know, we would have noticed the fact that... and we probably would have completed at least one of the contracts before they died as well. Because we could have done the spacewalk maybe or something like that. Anyway, we are going to need to take some more life support supplies with us. Let's go for putting that on there. So they've got plenty, absolutely plenty. It's tempting to try and use the ring thing, this thing. 4x storage, 8x storage. I'm going to unlock them just to see what they are like. Ah, they're quite big. I didn't realise that they were quite big. Okay. So if I open that one, is that also big? Ah, I see. So they are for larger crafts. Not the size that we're doing at the moment. Fair enough. Antenna. I don't know that we packed an antenna. No, it doesn't look like we did. So let's stick one of those on as well. Oh, something in my eye. Oh, actually, no, I think we stuck one in here, didn't we? Hang on, let's open that. Yeah, there's an antenna there. Okay, so we did. Close that. Here. So, actually, that centre section is probably going to be quite wobbly as well. What a good job we invented time travel so that we never actually launched this craft, eh? There we go, let's do something like that. There we go. Looking good. Okay, so this is the new Excalibur. There are smaller ones too. Oh, okay. Let's see if we can locate them then. Let's see, that's the big uns. I could scale them using twig scale. Maybe we haven't unlocked them on the tech tree yet. Although that would be a bit weird, but structural. No, don't see it. We've got the service bay. We have got tweak scale running, yeah. So we could do something like that and then tweak scale it down. See if it would. It's going to let me kind of pretend to put it there, but yeah, we could tweak scale it, but no, I won't worry about that for too much. Just do tweak scaling. You reckon we should do tweak scale? Let's take this down. Hang on. Let's go for a 4x. No, it won't tweak. I can't right click it. It won't scale. That's a pain. No, it won't. Oh well. Back to plan A. There we go. And there we go. So, this is the Excalibur. I think we should stop wasting time and get this thing out onto the launch pad, don't you? Jelly and Harvey are coming with us. We're going to save it. We're going to take it out to the launch pad and we will see if this thing actually launches as expected this time. Just watching my cat running around. Come say hello. Come then. Come then. Come on. This is my cat. Hello. My giant beast of a cat. He doesn't like the camera though. Doesn't like being on display. Off you go then. There you go, that's my cat. Mods aren't tweak scalable, just stock parts. Yeah, some mods are tweak scalable, but others aren't. His name is Bungry, which is a completely made up name. But yes, that's what we called him. Hey there, Samori. Welcome, welcome. And yes, this is not the Excalibur 2. This is the Excalibur because we rolled back time to a point where Jelly and Harvey were still alive. So here we are on the launch pad with the Excalibur, which did not launch last week, despite what you might have seen in the in the highlights of the YouTube stream. Werner von Kerman very, very cleverly placed a time marker prior to the launch and activated his time machine to take us back to the point before the craft crashed. So Harvey and Jelly Kerman are now launching the Excalibur for the first time. We're going to put the SAS on. We're going to put the throttle to 100%. No, we're not. We're going to put the throttle to 0. And we are going to activate the engines and then put the throttle up just a little bit and see if these engines all fire. I can't get quite under them. There we go. So, engines are active. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They are all firing. All 5 engines are firing. So, I've never had to launch like this before with the engines already active, but here we go. We are going to fire these engines and then let go with the launch clamps, and hopefully this time this thing will actually take off and go in the direction that we want it to, which is up. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. We are away. We are going up. We are going where we want to be going. We are heading back to the Mun. One just didn't have any fuel in the first place. It did have fuel. The fuel was in the tank because I checked the build. It just didn't connect to the fuel or something. This is not good. This is going over. Because we didn't fit any wings on this thing. Can we recover it? Can we hold it together? I actually have 0 control over this thing. I can't rotate it or anything. Cutting engines. We are aborting. Firing everything that's got parachutes on it. Good job we fitted parachutes on everything. Because actually that makes all of that recoverable. Hopefully. Some of it will probably go bang, although it's landing in the water, and they have changed the water physics in 105. So we might actually get away with it. We are definitely going to survive. Nope, looks like they were destroyed. Lots of things going bang. Okay, so the parachutes that we had on all those parts were not sufficient. So that's just cost us about 50,000 in funds. Slow us down. Splash. There we go. Sploosh. Out of interest. Probe report. Yep, we can get a probe report from there. I figured we'd probably never done that. Can we use the solar collectors in the water? No. Didn't think so. Okay, so, well, they survived at least. So let's recover this. Now, why didn't I not have any control at all? I couldn't even rotate. Oh look, they gained XP for that. Oh, we do get to recover some of the debris. Not a huge amount. Still cost us... Let's see, we started with 404. Spent about 9,000 in the construction. Unlocking new parts. Say 10,000. So we've lost about 25,000 in funds on that. So that's not terrible, considering it's like a £60,000, 60,000 funds craft. So now we will have an Excalibur 2. And we are going to have a look at fixing this one up. I'm going to... We don't need these anymore because we now know that the engines are going to work. We can stick some R8 winglets on here. Actually, we don't want them on there, do we? We want them on here. And we want 4 of them. There we go. Because if they're on there, then we'll be dumping them off as we take off. So that's good. Do you have any reaction wheels? Well, we have reaction wheel in there, but it's not very strong, is it? So yes, we should add some extra reaction wheels, which is under the command and control. And that is that size, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so let's drop... No. Okay, let's drop that up. And put an advanced SAS in there. There we go. That should keep control of it. Please leave the clamps on. Well, I would just use the clamps and let go when we launch anyway. So this will be the Excalibur 2. I could add RCS. What's our limits like? We've got the weight allowance. I could add RCS, but I don't know. I don't know if we really need it. Shall we add RCS? I suppose we can. I mean, there's no reason not to specifically. So let's go for... Where's the RCS tanks? Have we not unlocked any RCS tanks yet? That's a fuel tank. See, they're RCS tanks. We haven't unlocked the inline one yet. That's a bit strange. So how do we do this with RCS? Let's go for... Can I put RCS in that? I don't know. Let's have a look. Whoa! Okay, they're a bit big. Hang on. Oxidizer, liquid fuel. No. I can't put RCS in them. So So it would have to be these ones. That should be on snap. There we go. Not very aerodynamic, that is it. But never mind. Let's get some. That's a weird RCS thruster block. Let's use that one, the default vanilla one. Where will the centre of gravity of that lot be? Let's go for there and there, I think. That should be okay, shouldn't it? Maybe bring that in a bit. There we go. Maybe add some wings. I've added some wings down here, so we should be okay there. Yeah. So we've got wings, we've got some SAS, we've now got some RCS as well. So this is the Excalibur 2. Let's make sure we're taking the right Kerbals. Jelly and Harvey, good. We're going to save that. And this is 68,000, and we're starting with 361. Let's launch it. I've run out of drink. Someone go and get me a drink. Okay. So the Excalibur did not live up to our expectations. However, we are now back on the launch pad with the Excalibur 2, which has been slightly modified, hopefully to give us some extra control. So, we have Jelly Kerman, we have T. Harvey Kerman. We are ready to launch. SAS is on, throttle is up. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. We are away. We are going up. We are accelerating fast. I'm going to turn the engine down a little bit. Let's get us up to about 2,000 metres, I think, before we start our turn. Did I show Jelly that video? I did show Jelly that video. He quite liked it, I think. Right, let's start a little bit of a turn. Let's start turning a bit more because we're actually going quite fast and getting quite high. Oh, those engines have gone. Forgot about them. Whoa, that makes things wobbly. Oh, I had that staging set up wrong. Interesting. Not liking this too much, actually. Prograde marker is dipping into the atmosphere far too quickly, and the atmosphere is pulling us down. I'm losing control because I can't pull us up. Our momentum is pulling our nose down. We are not. Whoa, that made a difference. We shouldn't be using those engines at this stage though, I don't think. Not too happy about the way this launch has gone. Going to be going to space today, leave alone the moon. One of the parachutes was destroyed due to aero forces and heat, apparently. I think we're going to space, do you? Not enough thrust in the early stages, I don't think. No, the chutes aren't down, it's just saying that they are unsafe to deploy. Let's try going straight up for a bit if we can. Maybe that's how we should have done this launch, actually. Maybe we should have launched more vertically for longer. Got lots of stages recovered there, which is good. Apo's at 36,000 now. It's nowhere near high enough, is it? Hey look, there's Minmus. Hello, Minmus. Now at 56, 57. Might get an orbit out of this. No, they're gone. Going to get an orbit, are we? That's crazy. 7,000 meters a second of delta V and we can't even get into orbit. We are going to space. By the way, what is that thing all the way at the up right corner? What thing? What thing are you referring to? One of these up here? Let me know what you mean. in space now. We do still have a fair bit of fuel on this craft, so we might get this thing into orbit. Let's get us up to the Apo. Oh, wrong button. This one here. This is the this is your notifications. It just tells you what's going on. So this is stage recovered and how much we've recovered, and it will just flick through all of those. So it's just your notification center thing, and that tells us about our resources and our fuel and everything. Contracts. Sorry, just adjusting our trajectory a little bit. This tells us about our funds, reputation and science. Apparently our reputation is 0 at the moment, which I don't really believe. And our science is nothing. That's all wrong. That's to do with Kerbal Engineer. That's to do with attack life support, stage recovery and ambient light adjustment. Yeah, I realise we're dipping down. We've gone back into the atmosphere, haven't we? Fix that. And now there we go. We are not in a stable orbit, but we are in orbit. Where's our fuel? Not a lot. Another stage recovered, so we can claim that. So we have recovered all the stages, all the spent stages, which is good. And we are in orbit-ish. Let's make the most of this, shall we? Let's get that little bit of science from there. Let's get a crew report from here. Nope, can't get that. Okay. Probe report. No. Open that. Mystery go. More than likely already got everything. 0.5. Might as well take it. Barometer. 6 science from that. Keep that. Thermometer. Nothing. Oh, this thing. Irradiance scan. Toggle the scanners. Oh, it opened up. Did you see that? Let's close that again. Look. They pop out and that flap's open. So there we go. Those scanners are on. Let's log the irradiance. This instrument is only suitable for use from high orbit. Okay, fair enough. Well, let's burn a bit and make sure we get to high orbit then, shall we? Incidentally, that puts us in a stable orbit now as well. There we go. So we will get to a high orbit. Let's toggle the shutter on the telescope. We've already got the visual observations from there though. Anything else in here? Magnetometer. We'll already have that one as well, won't we? Log the data. Yep, already got that. Can we EVA? Jelly, can you... Ah, hatch is obstructed, can't exit. Now there is a pickle that we didn't think of. They cannot EVA, and one of the missions that they have is to EVA whilst orbiting the moon. So that could prove interesting. Right, what we need to do then is readjust that. Where is the hatch then? I don't see a hatch. Maybe they don't have a hatch. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe they don't have any way of actually getting out of that tube, which suggests a major redesign might be needed. We'll have to consider that. For now, let's get to high orbit. And then we can do that irradiance scan thing. So we're at least getting some science points. Where is it? This one. Log the irradiance. Kerbin's ocean-covered surface results in a fairly low visible light albedo, and its thick atmosphere absorbs most UV and near-infrared light. Okay, let's keep that data. We already have the magnetometer from here as well. Yeah, so we reset that. We'll toggle that back in. We will close the irradiance scanner. Toggle that. There we go. Log the observations. No. Toggle the shutter on that then. And let's close that. Try for a probe report here. No. In which case, let's go for a solar particle collector scan. There we go. A few heavier elements break through Kerbin's protective magnetosphere to become embedded in the high purity collection wafers. So we can recover 10.4 if we recover. So we'll keep that. Oh, is it repeatable? It is. Can we keep that as well? Oh, look at that. That's fantastic. That's a repeatable mission. Don't forget the scanner to turn off. I turned off the irradiance scanner thingy. So if I do one more of those and keep that, and then we'll toggle the collectors back in. And we'll try one when we're not in high orbit. Oh, hold on. My screen is glitching. What screen? No, that must have been YouTube, I'm afraid. Wasn't me. Right. Pointless retrograde, please, Jelly or Harvey. There we go. Let's burn our periapsis back in a bit. Let's take it to 35, I guess. There we go. Let's come round. So we're not in high orbit now. Let's toggle the solar collector again. And while in space near Kerbin. 8 science. Okay, we can keep that. Toggle that back in. Excellent. Okay. We can do science, we can. However, we can't EVA. We can't EVA to collect those. That's going to be a problem. No sounds. Can you not hear me? Can you not hear the music? You've got some weird issues today, Ming. Right. Let's get ourselves coming back into the atmosphere, shall we? There we go. We are returning to Kerbin. Let's have some RCS on for re-entry to help keep us stable if necessary. And let's speed up time. Whoa, what's... Oh, that's our RCS going crazy. Look at that. Gotta love RCS during time acceleration. Let's turn the RCS off whilst we time accelerate. Why is it wobbling like that? Okay, there we go. Now we turn the RCS back on. screenshot of the week. Let's not die this time, shall we? I look so gangster in that pose. I don't know what pose that was, sorry. I must just be naturally gangster. Come on, Jelly, bring us home. And Harvey. I'll have to look for that in the footage. Is it going to be a wet landing? Oh, look, we're right near the space centre. We're going way too fast, though. Use the rest of the fuel. It's not going to slow us down. It's not going to slow us down enough. It's going to be a wet landing, isn't it? That's the flags, isn't it, down there, I think? Jelly is stealing Harvey's spotlight, indeed. Actually, Harvey looks like he's got the spotlight at the moment. He's certainly the one with the glow. Yeah, let's rotate it around and we'll give Jelly the spotlight. Hold on. No, we can't. It won't let me give it to him. Oh well, Harvey gets the spotlight. There goes the Space Centre. Come on. This is the boring bit of the game. I enjoy re-entry, but waiting for the atmosphere to slow you down. Is a little bit on the boring side. RCS thrusters are heating up. The engine's overheating. That's not the end of the world, but this'll be the day Jelly dies. This'll be the day Jelly dies. song from the past. Have we actually used any of the RCS fuel? No. Ship's just stayed relatively stable all by itself, which is pretty good. We are slowing down, the heat is dropping. Come on. We can't pop the chutes yet because it's not safe. This was the problem we had the other day. The problem we had last week. We couldn't slow down enough on re-entry for safe chutes. Still says unsafe. Does this change colour? I think it does. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Still says unsafe and we're at 4,500. Come on. At least go to risky. Risky, there's risky. They've gone kind of a greeny yellow. It's safe. Deploy. Pop, come on, pop. Ooh. Down to 6.2, 6.3, 6.4 meters a second. Can we use the RCS to slow us down a little bit? Not enough. Do you like the sound effects on the RCS? That's a mod. .2 meters a second. What's the crash tolerance and all this stuff? I think that'll be okay. This lot should be okay. I think we're okay. I think 7 is the crash tolerance. Speed up a little bit. Here we go, right. RCS on for the splashdown. 5.6, 5.5. Well, we splashed down exactly vertical, and we've stayed there. So there you go. That's how you do that. I gather we've got all the science readings. We probably haven't got a barometer reading actually from here, have we? But we can't transmit that because we'll lose the data. Oh well, we'll have to come back and do that another time. Right, let's recover this. I'm doing well, thank you very much, Samori. Let's get rid of that. I had a note on my monitor, which I have dealt with. There we go. So, we have recovered stuff. We have 350,000 funds again. We have 123.8 science from the science that we recovered. And Jelly and Harvey have both advanced to level 1. That's pretty good. What does that give them, actually? Let's have a look. Jelly is an engineer. He can repack parachutes. Okay. And Harvey... Vessel science return 105%. Part science return 105%. So, if we return science, we now get more science if Harvey's on the mission? Something like that, I think. We get an extra 5% science. That's pretty cool. I quite like that. We have 100 science to spend. What can we spend it on? We can spend it on that for 90, that for 90, or that one down there for 90. Or we save up for 160. Aerodynamics might be pretty cool because it unlocks the plane parts and things for 90 science. Gives us back the inline cockpit, which I'm sure we unlocked once before, but it's been stolen from us. That gives us the little engines for probes and things. I'm not too worried about them, and that's more little stuff for probes and things. So I think for the moment we're going to unlock aerodynamics for 90 science because because we can, basically. It gives us a few extra tanks, wings, nose cones, and the like. Engine nacelle. So yeah, let's unlock that. There we go. And that leads us towards supersonic flight and advanced aerodynamics, which gives us things like the tail rotor and things like that. Crew cabin. Yeah, so that'll be fun. Mark II nose cap. Okay. Some interesting cockpits there in supersonic flight. So yes, that's all to come. Track Day Manager is coming out December 24th on iOS. Really? I didn't know that. Track Day Manager on iOS. Okay. Fair enough. So there we go. Parts unlocked, or parts paid for rather, researched. So we could technically start having a look at aeroplanes, but we're not going to do that just yet because we actually need to do this mission again. And hopefully this time we will do it with some success. Now, they couldn't get out of the crew compartment thing that we put them in, so we need to replace that because it didn't have a hatch. If I take all those off, there is no hatch on that thing, so they actually can't get out. What is Track Day Manager? Okie dokie, you need to check out my YouTube channel. youtube.com/Ellitopia MC, and you can check out my Track Day Manager series there. If we reroute this down here somewhere, there we go, and take the top off there, we can now look. We've got 2 of these. I'm going to hazard a guess at that one and put that on there. That's the one we should be using. Let's take that. No. There we go, that comes off. That goes in there. That goes back on the top of there. Parachutes. Come here. Parachutes go back on the sides. Solar panels go back on the sides. And the RCS can go there. That can come off and go like that. Actually, we don't need to take 2 people with us, do we? Oh well. We still can. There's no reason why we can't. And then solar panels can go back on here. Let's adjust them. Like so. Right. And also, I don't like how they join. Oh. Okay. Other way round. There we go. That's better. I think I might move that. There we go. Right. So they will now join in a better fashion. So it's a 2-person craft still, but it's a 2-person craft with the ability to actually get out. Oh wait, is that the car game you played? I saw a little bit of a vid of it where you buy a new car. Yeah. That is Track Day Manager. They recently reset all the servers. It's a multiplayer online racing team management game. Are those? Oh no, they are set up right. I thought the fuel pipes were set up wrong then. Oh, they've gone wrong. Let's reapply the struts. Let's see, when we dumped those engines off, when we dumped these engines off, it all went wobbly, didn't it? So we actually need some struts up here somewhere. So let's go for, oops, put the snap back on. Like that. So that secures those. What ones come off first? Yeah, it's those ones. How much it was these that wobbled around? No, yeah, it was those ones that wobbled around a lot. Okay. Space tape, yep. Needed more space tape. So there we go, that's some space tape added. In fact, we could also... let's do some internal rocket design. There we go, just a little bit of extra struttage. Okay. Looking better. Now, we also, for some reason, oh look, yes, we've consumed a lot of our Delta V in the process of adding all the parts that we needed on this. So, right, those engines there were supposed to fire there. Then those there. Then that one there. Yeah, that's better. Parachutes, they come off. Parachutes, they come off. Those parachutes. What are those ones? Oh yeah. Right, so that technically wants to go up there. There we go. Try asparagus staging. This is asparagus staging. These come off, but they're feeding fuel into there. And and then they're feeding fuel into the centre tank, and then this does the same the next stage up. Although I could... Do I actually need these engines on this stage? That's an interesting thought. Which are the first engines? These ones come off to give us more weight. Those engines are quite heavy. So yeah, in theory, if I take those off and put them back on like so, and do the same here, can actually use all that fuel in the early stages. Let's get this right though, because that's supposed to be down here, that's supposed to be down here, that's supposed to be down here, and then which ones will come off first? Right, we want that off there. And we don't want to be feeding that tank in there. We want to feed this one down here, because this is the one that has the most oomph. So all 5 of those fire. The fuel on this stage will run out first, so when that needs to come down here, that fires, that parachute goes, and those parachutes go. Then that will fire, those parachutes go, and those parachutes go. Then that will fire, and those parachutes will go. That engine will fire. Where's... I've got these parachutes around the wrong way. That would have been embarrassing. That actually gives us less delta V. Gives us power for longer, but gives us less delta V overall. So that won't actually do the job. We need more... We need more delta V, don't we? Could add more fuel on these. We do that. Let's do that. That affects our thrust to weight there, but we've only got 772 there. Right, let's do that the other way around then. Take that off there. Put this on here. Come on. What are you doing? Come on. There we go. Oh, that's in his window. I wonder if that will cause us issues. 158. 158 I can deal with. Still doesn't really give us any extra delta V though. Gives us a bit. So then this one's at 1.7. Bearable, bearable. So all 5 engines fire. Those parachutes go when that goes. Parachutes go. Gonna have these decoupling issues, aren't we? Let's grab that and move it down. Do the same with this one. Going on there? Oh, that's... There we go. Okay. Looking a bit better. Still not fantastic amount of delta V, but might be enough. Might be enough to get us to the moon. Okie dokie, Ming. Thanks for stopping by. See you soon. Hopefully see you next week on Sunday for the charity stream. Right, this is Excalibur 3. And we're going to save that. Let's see who's in this one. No one. So Jelly and Kurt and Harvey. Tangled up in my headphone wires. Right, saving and taking out to the launch pad, I believe. Everything looks okay here. Let's see if this one goes horribly wrong. It probably will. Okay, sorry, just checking some notifications. We are back on the launch pad with the Excalibur 3, which has again been tweaked to hopefully give us a better chance of getting this thing up where it needs to go, which is towards the moon. Where is the moon, incidentally, on this launch attempt? Over there, okay. So going to be an orbit before we get to it. Just read that we may have a crash damage system in Track Day Manager. Nice. They have been working on that for a while. They said that they were going to implement that quite a while ago, but it'll be interesting to see how that actually works. So here we are on the launch pad with the Excalibur 3. Jelly and Harvey are coming with us again for this mission. Looks like Jelly is in the inline cockpit. It's IVA in that. Yeah, they've changed the interior of this. He's in the inline cockpit, which is very, very nicely designed now. You can even see where he's going, which is always a good thing. and Harvey gets the standard cockpit where he can just about see. He gets not very much view at all. However, hopefully we can get this thing into space a bit easier this time. We're going to try launching slightly more vertically than we did last time. We're going to start our turn somewhat later, maybe 5,000 or 6,000 meters instead of the 2,000 like we did before, and hopefully we will get a little bit higher. Maybe hopefully have a more efficient launch. So we are ready for launch, and we are going to do that in 3, 2, 1, go. We're away. We're going up. We've got to be careful when we destage that these 3 engines down the side here don't give us big issues, which they could easily do. Coming up on 1,500 meters. Thruster weight's looking good. There's 2,000. Let's get up to like 200 meters a second before we start turning, shall we? There we go. There is 200 meters a second. So we'll start a slow turn. Slow and gentle turn this time. There is 10,000 with our Apo at 1617 already. Okay, so we don't need to be quite so cautious. Oh, the atmosphere's trying to put our nose down. Oof, just about managed to recover that. Forgot to detach that engine. Oh well, that slowed us down a bit. Come on, let's get ourselves to 45 degrees now. This is a very much more efficient launch. Engines right down because our Apo's at 56. Spin ourselves round to horizontal. Keep ourselves in our prograde marker. In fact, we can tell the it's actually the probe, isn't it, not the pilot. We can tell the probe to keep us pointing prograde. Go, our Apo is above 70. Apo at 75. Let's get that up to 80 or so. Oops, stopped it too early. 79. There is 80. Stars just starting to appear as we cut the engines. And we shall drift to the Apo, where we will attempt to circularize this orbit out. And we are now leaving the atmosphere. There we go. There's always going to be issues with things like Track Day Manager. People are going to find issues with it. I still quite like it. I haven't played it as much recently because I have issues with my ping time and my internet connection, but I do still enjoy playing it. Right, let's get burning. These engines are getting ready to detach, I think. Yeah. Oh look, Track Day Manager have just posted a new announcement, patch notes 21st of November. Oh, they're gone. Okay, there they go. Hopefully this will get us into orbit. Wow, it actually might not. We might have to switch to the other engine before it gets us into orbit. Whoa! That shouldn't have gone bang. Come on, get us into orbit before we go into the atmosphere. There's the weird camera joggle. Right, our Perry is not... There we go. We are now in a stable orbit. So, where's the moon? Moon is over there, so we're going to have to go round once. I don't know if we are actually going to get to the moon, but we shall find out. We only have to get to orbit. Stage is recovered. Let's clear those. Only just outside the atmosphere, that periapsis, but there we go. Just is enough. Right. A little bit more. There we go. Right, get us prograde, please. And we are ready to burn to the moon. Here we go. Take a fair bit of fuel to get us there, actually. It's a bit of a heavy payload, really. Bang on east, aren't we? So we're going to be exactly on the right orbit, I think, which is good. .1 degree off. a tank. Just getting us to the moon. That gives us a moon encounter. Let's get retrograde and use the RCS maybe to make that a free return. There we go, 49. So there we go, we've got a free return at the moment. Although we actually have to get in orbit, don't we? Oh well. Okay. So yes, we need mystery goo, irradiance and solar particles from an orbit. An orbital spacewalk near Moon as well. So we do need to get into orbit, but we can do that. We can do that. Right, let's turn the RCS off while we travel. Where's the solar panels? We've only got... Oh, they're all on one side of the ship. That was a bad design. Right, let's take ourselves off of that. Make sure those solar panels are pointing at the sun. I thought we didn't bring life support then, but we did, so that's good. Right, gaining power. Yes. Okay, so let's go to the moon. From high orbit. So we do have to be in an orbit. Does it just need to be high above the moon? That's an interesting thought. See, that is high above the moon. Let's try this, shall we? Let's see if we open this. Oh, we're not going to be able to do the mystery goo, are we? We're not going to be able to transmit it. Yeah, we can't transmit it. Right, so let's reset that for the moment. The other one, let's activate this scanner. Toggle the scanners. There we go. And log the irradiance scan. We get 100% for that, so that's good. The reflective regolith of the moon's surface gives the moon a very high albedo in most of the UV to near infrared range. So if we transmit that, irradiance scan from high orbit above. If we transmit that, do we get the points for high orbit? Yes, so even though we're not in orbit, we do still get the points. Okay, so that's good to know. Doesn't make much difference now because we're already en route to the moon. Sorry, we're already passing the moon. Oh, mind you, what's the other one that we needed high? No, they're both low. They're both low, so we do have to go for a low orbit. Right, so let's get ourselves to Perry. And get ourselves retrograde and get this thing in an orbit. Tight on fuel, really tight on fuel. Let's get us as close as possible to Perry. I mean, we can do things like a materials base scan as well. Might as well keep that. Crew report. No, don't need that. Probe report. No, don't need that. Toggle the shutter on that. Toggle that out. Log the visual observations. Nope. Log magnetometer. Nope. Toggle that back in. Barometer. Nope. Temperature. Nope. Okay. So we can't do any of that. The spacewalk. What's that? That's near the moon. So if we go jelly out on spacewalk. EVA. Keep that. I don't know if that's going to count. Do we need to be... I think we need to be high above the moon for that to count. You going to grab on? Somewhere? Oh. Can you grab on somewhere, please? Jilly, I'd like you to grab on and get back in the craft now, please. There we go, grab. Whoa! Okay. Let's not have you fly off into space. The solar panel's in the wrong place, the other side. Did we put them on one key? Or am I imagining things? Come on, I want you to get in. Board. No, what did... I changed the camera, hold on. Whoa. Board. Board. Something, come on. Do something. Board. There we go. Right. Okay. Oh look, they both don't look very happy now. We've probably gone past the Perry now, haven't we? Yeah, okay. So let's get us retro. We are retro, that's good. Let's get us into orbit. Got to be a low orbit as well. They might be stuck orbiting the moon, which won't be good. Looking at the fuel, it's a bit iffy. How low is low? It's like 20 or something like that, isn't it, for the moon? 15. Ooh, that is low. Right. So, speeding up time. And we are near the moon. So what do we need? We need solar particle analysis. So let's toggle the collectors. And we're going to need a mystery goo. So let's grab the mystery goo observation. Pretty sure we've already done this one. No? Okay. We could potentially get some science if we transmitted it now, but let's keep the data on that one. Let's log visual observations on that. Everything looks a little grey and really cratery. Transmit that for 100%, that's good. Toggle the magnetometer. Log the magnetometer. No, okay, toggle that back in. Log the irradiance scan. Only suitable from high orbit, okay. Barometer. Got that one already, and the temperature we're going to already have as well, aren't we? Yeah. Crew report. Yeah. Probe report. Yeah. Okay, so it's just the solar particles. Collect for 24 or 4.8 if we transmit. And collect. In fact, we can collect 4 times, can't we? So the 4th one I'm going to transmit. Because that will be that mission complete. Which is good. And we can toggle that back in and collect the other data when we go home. Why is that still out? Transmission interruptions. Why is it not fully transmitted then? Weird. Doesn't think it's transmitted. Okay. Right, well Harvey, it's your time to do the EVA, and that completes the other part of that mission because you had to do a spacewalk. You can get an EVA there from above the far side crater and reboard straight away, and that is actually this entire contract done, I believe. Yeah, there we go. Go on an orbital spacewalk near the moon. So, contracts. Solar particles, 4928 and 5 science. Completed the survey of the moon, 49,602 funds and 4 reputation. Got the orbital spacewalk for 45,000, 4 science and 9 reputation. And world's first, we've performed a spacewalk in orbit of the moon for 15,000, 1 science and 2 reputation. Not bad, not bad. So let's see, hang on, let's toggle those shutters. Turn off those scanners. Close the doors. Actually, thinking about it, let's open the doors. Let's get Harvey out. And he can go and collect all that science. What are you doing, Harvey? Whee! What's the longest KSP season you did? It's tricky to say, really. It's probably season 2 because I wasn't really actually counting the episodes properly. Collect data. Yes, remove the data. Ooh. Stay still. Why won't it let me collect all these things? Have we transmitted them or something? Tell you what, let's go underneath. Collect that data. No, okay, not going to let me collect any of those. We collected the materials bay, which is the important one. Yeah, I'm not sure how long that season actually was. I believe it got to something like 20 odd episodes. Oops, change the camera again. Oh, come on, there we go, right. Grab. Board. No, come on. Board. There we go. Right. Now let's just check. Yeah, we haven't got any data to collect from them. Okay. So when we re-enter, we can ditch those, and that won't be an issue. Right. Now we need to. What's that? Inspection results. Oh, okay. We need to get these guys home. Now, the best way to do that is going to be when that is pointing in that direction. So we're going to have to wait quite some time. How long have we got for life support? 155 days. That's actually fine, isn't it? So let's make sure our solar panels are facing the sun, which they're not currently. They never are they? Let's close those doors now. There we go. Solar panels are facing the sun. I didn't collect. I don't need to collect the data from those, do I? Because that's all okay. So, solar panels are facing the sun. That's step one. Now we wait. Let's watch the life support supplies. I believe we have plenty. Come on. This is going to take a while if I have to do that, isn't it? Come on. There we go. Come on. Maybe one or two more orbits, I think. Probably one more. Yeah, this is going to be good. There we go. So now, when we get to the axis point, we can get ourselves prograde. And that is the most efficient place for us to use our fuel for our return burn. So, sunrise, Kerbin rise, throttle rise. There we go, that gets us out of the influence of the moon. Let's get this to about there, that'll do. Speed up time. And... Ooh. Guess retrograde this time. And let's use the remainder of our fuel to bring us home. Whoa, what's... How is burning... What? How is burning retrograde increasing our... That's weird. We've got to burn... Is the probe upside down or something? Where are we controlling this ship from if that's prograde? That's really weird. Really weird. Right, let's take this nice and shallow. Sorry, yeah, nice and shallow. We don't want to go too deep into the atmosphere. So let's go for like 50. If the fuel's going to take us that far. $49. There we go. Cool, we only just about had enough fuel. But we did have enough fuel. We are heading home. Jelly and Harvey will be re-entering the atmosphere of Kerbin. They will probably have to do a couple of circuits before they will actually be returning home. Let's point ourselves retrograde. Where is Kerbin? There it is. So retrograde is the right direction now. I don't know why, for the purposes of burning, we had to burn what it was reporting as prograde. That's a bit strange. But there we go. Let's get ourselves into the atmosphere. There we go. There is the atmosphere. There's the Kerbal Space Center. Hello. We're going way too fast, though. Let's watch our Apo come in. Actually, no, let's not speed up time while we do that. That was a foolish idea. Use up the rest of the fuel. There it goes. Going to lose that antenna, aren't we? We've got electric charge. Ourselves around so that we are recharging as we go. We did put heat shield under there, didn't we? And we've got all the science out of these. So we can actually ditch that now. Which means we will probably slow down a little bit quicker. Please don't hit us. Don't hit us. Go past. Bye. Bye, Mr. Engine. Okay, we're going back up again now, I think. Yeah. That brought our Apo in kind of half the way. We've still got the life support, that's good. Still got the solar panels, that's also good. Still Still got RCS if we really wanted it. Okay. So let's get us out of the atmosphere and then go around for another pass. There we go. Re-entering the atmosphere, pointing retrograde. Nice bit of wobble. Actually, we're using up a lot of our ablator, which is not good. There it is, look. These multi-passes aren't good for the heat shields. It's taking a long time to come in. This is going to take some time, isn't it? The ablator is gone. We have no ablator left. So we basically have no heat shield now. That's not good. Let's get out of the atmosphere again. And speed up time and go around again. Yeah, look, that ablating, that heat shield is just completely black now. What's that? Is that one of the monuments? Or is that just a graphical glitch? No, it's a lake. It is a Disco Inferno. Well, it's an Inferno, I'll give you that much. Okay, so we didn't come in deep enough. We should have come in deeper. I know what we can do. On the next pass, we've still got RCS, haven't we? And quite a lot of it. We'll use the RCS to bring our Perry in. because we're on a much tighter orbit now. And out of the atmosphere. There we go. Take us up to the Apo. There we go. Point retro. Get the RCS on. And again, retro and prograde are in the wrong direction. But there we go. Let's 31. No. 33. There we go. RCS off. Speed up time. And into the atmosphere. Here we go. Here's the Space Centre again. Our Apo should come in much quicker this time. Heating up. The heat shield is probably going to go bang because it hasn't got any ablative shielding on it now. Really? Gonna have to go around again? Yeah, that's not coming in, is it? Come on, come on, come in. Preferably without blowing up. If it's all the same to you. Oh, is it going to do it? Is it going to do it? It might. It might just about make it. We're at the Perry. We're just starting to rise again. No, I think it's going to be one more time. Whatever happens, it's going to be quite close. They're both looking quite happy, aren't they? Harvey and Jelly. Oh, it's coming in. It's coming in. $200. Altitude's at 36, so we're still being slowed by the atmosphere quite considerably. No, it's going to be another sweep, isn't it? And now our Perry is at 28. So I would be tempted to use the RCS again, and this time use it to burn our Perry up so that we're not entering the atmosphere too steeply. Electric charge is running out. Why is our electric charge running out? Because our solar panels are not facing the sun. There we go, that should fix that problem. There's the moon and Mimas. Oh, look, our Apo is coming in. We're not going to go back into space, I don't think. Yeah, we are actually going to come in for a landing now. Not going to be anywhere near the Space Centre, because the Space Centre is there. Electric charge depleted? Why is the electric charge depleted? Because our SAS can't hold it, I guess. Yep, our Apo is inside the atmosphere now, so we are definitely coming in for... Let's use the RCS to stable us, shall we? There we go. And our electric charge is now going back up. Speed up time a bit. Electric charge is still going up. It's got a bit windy outside. Let's get ourselves retrograde. Okay. We are on our final approach. At last. This has taken ages. How much RCS have we got left? Loads. So we could use that in the last stages of this to help us slow down. Not that it will make a big difference. It might make a difference. Where do we go? No, if I turn the SAS off, we go the wrong way. So let's... Come on. Hurry up. Getting a nice view of everything at least. Aha, here we go, right. Now let's get ourselves retrograde. Right, that will use up that quite quickly if we do that. So let's try and use just the thingamajiggies. We are going to run out of electric charge, aren't we? If I turn off the SAS, what do we do? We're going to spin nose first if we do that, so... let's do this the manual way. It's going to be another hairy landing, I think. A hot entry. This is going to be tight for getting those parachutes out in risky conditions. It's going to be a water landing, which is good in this situation. Let's just hope that the atmosphere can slow us down in time. Please don't land on that little bit of land. I do actually want a water landing this time, I think. Whoa! That wasn't clever. What was that? Tell me that wasn't our parachutes. No, our parachutes are still there, so what went bang? Oh, was it our... it was our heat shield. Okay, so that's okay. I can live with that. It was the heat shield that went bang. Kind of expected that. Well, we're slowing down quite high. Which means we are going to get a safe landing. I'm trying to use the aerodynamics to give us a bit more to slow us down a bit more on the atmosphere. And I think it is working actually. If we do that, we're dropping quite quickly, but if I do that, we're kind of gliding a little bit. Although our parachutes are now safe to deploy, so I can just deploy the parachutes. So I think I shall. There we go. Let's get ourselves retro. Electric charge depleted. Okay, let's do it with RCS. No, can't do that. Okay, so we're going to nosedive. Great. Didn't want that particularly. Especially since we've got data in there that we're supposed to be collecting. Let's hope that doesn't go bang when we land. There we go. 7.3, 7.2. Not good. Can we use the RCS to help slow us down? We can. It's not going to slow us down much. Might be enough to make the difference between something being destroyed and something not being destroyed. Hopefully. Let's get down to the 50s and then burn that RCS like you've never burnt before. Come on. Splash down safely. We have splashed down safely. Thank goodness. Well, there we go. We have brought Jelly and Harvey back safely. Let's turn that RCS off now. We can't do anything because we've got no battery power or anything. We safely got to the moon. We collected the science that we needed. And we have got home safely. So, it is time to recover this vessel and see the spoils of our endeavour. We now have 417,000 funds, 175 science, and 234 reputation. Jelly and Harvey gained 3 XP each on this mission. 417. So we started this episode with 404. We had one crash, which cost us. We've launched 2 full missions, and we've ended up with 417. So we have made a profit today, but we have also got a load of science. So we can spend that science as well. 175 would be one of these on the 160 tier. So we've got advanced electronics, which gives us the extendable solar panels, which might be a good idea. And whatever that is, a water purifier. Interesting. Carbon extractor, electron container. Can be used to split water into waste and oxygen. It can support up to 8 Kerbals. Make sure not to use all the water as it makes the Kerbals angry. Okay. Thermal control system. Dynamic albedo of neutrons. The dynamic albedo of neutrons instrument scans the upper layers of the surface to detect any hydrogen molecules within. Specifically searching for water. Interesting. Drill. Radial rechargeable battery. Antenna, right. Antenna. Dish. Solar panel. Photovoltaic panels. Okay, so that's solar panels and stuff. Advanced exploration. Barometer. Mobile processing lab. Mark II mobile processing lab. Interesting. Is that where the actual mobile processing lab is? Hold on. It is. So that would be the start of a space station for us. Although we haven't unlocked any docking ports yet, which would be... Where are docking ports? Or are they in there? Have we got docking ports already? No. There they are, under specialised construction. So, we can unlock the processing lab and put like a static station in orbit, but we can't quite manage one that we'll be able to dock to or anything. So it's still worth doing though, because we can gather science, can't we, from the processing lab while it's in space, if I remember rightly. I can't remember how they've changed it now. No longer are you limited to research facilities only on Kerbin. With the mobile processing lab, you can conduct long-term experiments and ongoing research with the data you collect in the field. Be sure to check back on your scientists from time to time and transmit the results of their research home. This model is guaranteed to spontaneously combust less than previous models. And Also has the equipment necessary to clean out and restore functionality to inoperable experiments. Hey there, Nick. Welcome. So yeah, I think the mobile processing lab is probably what we want, but that also gives us the habitation module, the ladders, planetary habitat, so we can start looking at a planetary colony, and it gives us all these weird big containers and things. The Mark II mobile processing lab. J Mobile Lab LP3. No idea what that is. Science module for the J system spaceplane parts. Don't know what that is. Spectral imaging platform. That's another science experiment. And the BoxSat barometer. So yeah, I think that's definitely the way we should be going. So I'm going to research that. There we go. And maybe that will give us something interesting to do in orbit. Lots of interesting parts here that are available now. Many of these I've never used before. Many of them I've never seen before. See, these are from D-Magic. That's an infrared telescope. K&K Life Support Division. So lots of interesting stuff coming on the next stage. There's quite a lot of interesting stuff on this stage as well, though. We need to be gathering a lot of science, methinks. So it looks like next week we will be putting a, albeit very basic but existent, space station in orbit with a mobile processing lab and some Kerbals in it, so that we can start gathering some science from orbit. All very interesting stuff. So that will be for next week's stream. So thank you for watching, guys. If you are not yet one of our Patreon subscribers, or have not yet offered a stream tip, and you would like to do so, then you can do so at streamtip.com/t/elbristow or patreon.com/Ellitopia. Links for those will be in the description of the YouTube highlights. We thank you for any support that you can offer. It all helps to support it. Now that our YouTube channel, is completely advert free, as you will probably have noticed by the introduction of this video. Again, if you're watching this on the YouTube highlights. If you're watching this live, thank you for watching, everybody. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, so you get notifications next time we go live here on YouTube Live. And that's about it. So thank you for watching. I've been Elbristow. This has been Ellitopia Gaming. This has been KSP Live. Don't forget to support the indies, and I will see you next time. See you later, guys.